All right, and a super awesome 3D printing update. Well, it's been a pretty big end of January, beginning of February. We have the dark saber from the Mandalorian fully 3D printed and painted. It's actually really good, really smooth. I like how the paint turned out. So we have that. We have the Star Trek Discovery badge, obviously. Subaru Flat 4 Boxer. The Foam Blast trigger set. Still got to clean up that a little bit, but the rev switch is pretty good. Oh, the knife needs a little bit of an upgrade. We got Puppy. There you go. 3D printed rev switch. Magazine release. Boom. That's it. And as of today, I am running one more test print, and hopefully everything will check out. I had a little bit of an issue with it a few days ago, but so far everything's looking pretty good. I will be able to start opening up for printing services. I will be throwing a link to this on my Instagram page, and I'm going to describe exactly how I'm going to go over that. I have a written kind of like rule set on what I'm going to be doing. I will be providing 3D printed services and being paid for those services, not for the items themselves. I use Thingiverse. All those files are open, like the Foam Blast switches, the Dark Saber, anything I print is a free file. That being said, anyone can go ahead and print them, so it is not necessarily like I'm paying for those files anyway. So how that's going to be working is I will be printing the files and of course not being paid for the individual item, because those, especially with Foam Blast, you can go ahead and buy those from a lot of certain places. I will be getting paid for the actual services, 3D printed magwells, rev switches, everything like that. Anything you name that is a free open source file, I will do my best to be able to print. So with that, I will be not necessarily like per hour, but based on print size. Like something like this took about 35 hours to print. It's pretty heavy. I did my infill layer pretty high because I wanted it to be very sturdy. Like you could go ahead and maybe not do it that hard, but you can go ahead and bang that around a little bit, and not a lot is actually going to happen. In that case, clearly, I never glued the bottom part on. That's how hard of a friction fit that is. But that is a 3D printed seam. As you can see, I never actually glued that. Well then, we'll have to fix that. So, that being said, we will be getting into that kind of thing, 3D printed services, and hopefully we'll be able to get things going a little bit more. I'm going to be test printing new products as I go. Flywheel cages. I have some really cool motor mounting pieces. I'll be doing a little Instagram post with everything I've 3D printed and acknowledging the fact that this video will now exist as of today. So, that being said, I don't have a very big printer. I have a Ender 3 Pro, so it is pretty big, but at the same time, it's not, anything crazy, so the printer bed isn't that big. I will do as many pieces to create as anything as possible, but at the same time, it might be a little bit difficult for some bigger prints, so I will try my best to be able to pick and choose and see exactly what I can do in my 3D printing software. It knows the size of my bed, so we'll be able to figure that out properly. With that being said, the 3D printed parts themselves probably won't be that expensive. It'll mainly be like shipping, a little bit of time for the print. the painting aspect, something if it's bigger, like this, as such. And I did not print this, but for example, like the like a Pokeball here, that will be a little bit more expensive because of the time in prep, in sand, in filler primer, and in paint and clear coat. That will be coming down to my time, not even specifically the 3D printers. So, like I said, I will have a nice little list in my notebook on exactly how I'm going to be able to keep track of everything, of, you know, not necessarily orders, but of how I'm going to be able to break down my time. So just wanted to go ahead and let this out. Quick little, maybe like 9-10 minute video on 3D printing. I love being able to build props. Clearly need to glue that better, or glue it in general. So we'll be doing that next. I glued the pommel on, but not the bottom of the handle. So I do enjoy printing, sanding, painting. So that's something I will continue to do with prints that I want. But I know some people just want like printed in orange or printed in blue, printed in pink. I'll actually have to get a list of the colors that I have and that I plan to get, and kind of see what happens and go from there. So, like I said, quick little 3D printing update, and super happy about that. I will be taking a picture of just the 3D printed parts I have right here, and hopefully we'll be able to get some business going. It's going to be nice for people to get, you know, if you don't have a printer, sometimes it's a pain to order some small things like this from a website. If you don't exactly want anything else, shipping isn't horrible on, you know, a few little parts, but it depends. So thank y'all for watching, and hopefully we get to make some pretty cool things on the channel. I'll be doing a little bit of a printer cleaning / service in the next few days. I don't think I'll document it. It's not anything really worth it. Just pulling out the filament, letting it heat up, cleaning it, and that's kind of it. I gotta clean my mat for the printer as well, and print some little covers to keep the ribbon wires and everything moving. So that's honestly it. And I hope we get to really get to moving forward with everything, and I will see you guys in the next video, which I think is actually another update. I don't think it is. Nope, it is. It's another update video, but after that we have the Zephyr right back there. The Zephyr Strife rebuild. Pretty cool. Got to use some of my parts. Actually painted them, and it works pretty damn well. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in not an update video, but seems to be quite a bit of those. So thank you very much for watching, and as always, peace out, bros.